Well, Chef Rills isn't gonna make a video on this. I hope not, at least. Please don't let that age like milk. I'm gonna assume you've already watched both Bladerunner films for this video. And if you haven't, what the heck are you doing here? Go watch Bladerunner, the final cut. Not to be confused with the director's cut. Then watch 2049. Don't worry, there are no cuts or anything. Then watch the Snyder cut. No, you don't need to do that. Unless you wanna, of course, then go ahead. I know I made some people mad with the thumbnail, but I stand by it. Bladerunner 2049 is better than the original. Sue me. It also happens to be my favorite movie ever made. Aside from Spider-Verse, of course. Look, no hate to the original. It's a great film. It asks a lot of deep philosophical questions about the nature of the human race. So what could possibly ruin such a great film? Him. He sucks. It pains me to say this, but Decard is not a good protagonist. Okay, to the movie's credit, he does his job well. He's not the worst protagonist, but he's just all around a boring one. But why? Why is Decard like this? First, we gotta look at a good protagonist. Hey kid, yeah, you. I'm gonna let you in on a secret formula, okay? How to make a good protagonist. Step 1. The character arc. Normally in fiction, you see the main character go through a change or development of some sort. This is known as a character arc. You've probably heard of it. It may be big or small depending on the narrative. But you know what? Your character doesn't necessarily need a character arc. That's right. Step number 2 is making your character active. Let me draw an example. People love Marty McFly in the first Back to the Future movie, but that's not because he has a character arc. Actually, he doesn't have a character arc. No, people like him because he's active. He makes choices that affect the narrative, which makes him interesting. As long as your character has at least one of these two things, then good job. You've made a decent protagonist. But if they have both, wow, that's just amazing. You've made the best protagonist of all time. You earn a Nobel Peace Prize. You earn a hug and a kiss. Mwah. And if you have none? Yeah, you have Decard. It's him, Decard. Yeah, Decard does not push the narrative. He's basically just a cop. He can be replaced by anyone. He can be replaced by Brad Pitt from Bullet Train, which is a pretty good movie, which you guys should definitely watch. But that's also kind of the point. To the movie's credit, Decard illustrates the main theme of the movie, which is what would happen if humanity lost its humanity. That still doesn't make me hate him any less. And you know who illustrates this point really, really well? Roy frickin' Batty. Roy Batty, the antagonist, the man or replicant we're rooting against. Throughout the film, we've established that Roy Batty is a cold-blooded killer with no remorse. But his entire motive, his entire reason for being evil is because he wants to live more. Because he's gonna die in 4 years due to his replicant lifespan, which is a rather human motivation for a replicant antagonist. Fast forward, we're at the end of the movie. Decard is hanging off a cliff and looks like Roy is about to let him fall. But Roy doesn't let him fall. No, Roy saves him. His last act on this earth isn't that of a cold-blooded killer. It's that of a human. And Roy dies after this beautiful monologue that you've probably seen on the internet. And then he dies. More human than the actual protagonist. Except, apparently, according to the director of the first movie, Decard isn't human, which, ignoring the fact that that's a spit in the face to the themes of the first movie, it also makes no logical sense at all. If he was a replicant, he'd have a 4-year lifespan, because he's a Nexus 6 model, right? So why is he alive in 2049? And why doesn't he just pull himself up at the end of the movie? I mean, he's a replicant. Replicants are supposed to be strong. It's never brought up in the franchise. And for the sake of this video, and the sake of my sanity, I'm just gonna pretend it does not exist. Now what if I told you that 2049 has these exact same themes, while also having a way stronger protagonist? My favorite part of the video. K is the greatest protagonist of all time. No competition. He solos. He solos! I mean, not only does he have an amazing character arc, but he actively pushes the narrative. Without K, the plot wouldn't be the same. Can you say that about Decard? No! Because he sucks. K is a Nexus 9 replicant, meaning he doesn't die in 4 years. And here's the thing about K. He's obsessed with the idea of being born because to him, that's what makes people human. Now, the movie never directly tells us that Kay is obsessed, but through Ryan Gosling's immaculate performance, it shows us this rather than telling us. Oh, I guess I should talk about this. The movie has a rather slow pacing, just like the first one, making it less accessible than something like, I don't know, The Dark Knight. But I don't consider it a flaw. It's actually a plus. The slow pacing helps the audience take in this world and its characters, which, in my opinion, is also better than the first film because it didn't really need a slow pace to begin with. Okay, now back to Kay. Turns out, Kay might not be a replicant after all, and he finally has hope to become what he wants, a human. So his virtual robot girlfriend, Joy, don't worry about it, gives him a nickname, Joe, and she further implants this hope within him that he can be human by telling him what he wants to hear. Later on in the film, Joy dies, and immediately after, Kay finds out that he's a normal replicant. Kay goes up to this weird virtual billboard of Joy, because she's like a product, and we get the literally meme. Not gonna talk about the meme at all. Instead, I want to talk about this line that Joy said.
You look like a good Joe.
By now, I'm pretty sure we all had the suspicion that Joy didn't really love Kay, and it was in her programming. But that line just seals it. It shows us that Joy never really handpicked that name for Kay, and it was just embedded in her programming. She really was just telling him what he wanted to hear. Now, this person, who is the leader of the replicant rebellion, don't worry about it, tells Kay to kill Decard because, well, reasons. She tells Kay that fighting for a noble cause is what makes someone truly human, or something like that. So Kay tracks down Decard, who's currently captured by Love, and he doesn't kill him. No, instead he does what he believes is right, and he reunites Decard with his daughter before succumbing to his wounds and dying a human, just like Roy Batty before him. That video took longer than you think, and it was only like, 7 minutes or something? Yeah, if you're still here, just let me know if you hated the video, or if you liked it. I'm still new, I like some criticism. Just don't say something like, this video sucks, and then don't refuse to elaborate. It's not scripted, by the way. Okay, yeah, I won't waste your time anymore. Bye.